Welcome to part 3 of this video series where we're building a classroom Twitter tool for Google Sheets. In this part, we're going to be doing the main part of our add-on here, which is actually sending the tweet that we select. We've got an add-on so far that it shows us a sidebar of the tweets that have been submitted with a form. And we can select them. However, that doesn't do anything. We need to actually tweet that stuff out. So we're going to create a new function called send tweet. And that's not going to take any parameters, but it is going to get some information from with JavaScript. So we need to actually get the tweet. Yeah, so let's do, how are we going to do document.query selector, and we want to get whichever one of those LIs is active, and then we want to get the text content, and that should be our tweet. Then we're going to actually call back to our code.js with google.script.run, and we're going to send tweet, and we're going to put that tweet variable in there. Now when that completes, we need a success handler, and instead of actually writing an anonymous function in here like we normally would, we're actually just going to close the sidebar, google.script.host.close. And all that does, simply close the sidebar, right? So once we've sent a tweet, we're going to close the sidebar. Okay, that is all well and good. We've got a send tweet function. However, we actually got to call that thing somewhere. Not from styles, but from the sidebar. So let's create a button with an on click of that function that we just created, and let's just give it the tweet command or the text tweet. And actually, you'll notice in the styles, I've actually put the Google's own little add-on CSS, and I think there is a primary, so we can give that button some styling. Let's see here. Oh wait, I've already deployed it. I don't know what I'm doing. Add-ons, classroom Twitter demonstration, open sidebar. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that button looks a little bit better than it normally would. Perfect. So, like I said, that's going to call the send tweet function that we just wrote here. And then that's going to actually send the tweet into our code.js. And we've got to actually create a function here. And we'll call it send tweet. And just like we did in part 1, we are going to get the props that we have put into our service here, our property service, get script properties. And then we need to actually define the service, which is a new Twitter lib OAuth. I think it's OAuth, right? Yeah, OAuth. And then we're going to put the props in there. And I don't like to put semicolons in there. Google Apps Script is finicky about semicolons. They're not actually required in JavaScript, I don't think anymore. So like in your HTML files, you can actually forget the semicolons, but in the .gs files, that can be a little finicky about them. So let's make sure that our service.hasAccess, and inside of this block is where we're going to send the tweet. And this library makes it as simple as calling service.send, not set, send tweet, and we're going to put the tweet right inside there. But we've got to actually accept the tweet into our function. We're going to send the tweet there. And once that is all done, we're just going to return back to our with success handler, which is going to close this. Now, there probably needs to be some error handling in here. For example, if for whatever reason you've lost your token, or it can request a new token. There's got to be some error handling to kind of make this thing, full-fledged tool. However, for this purpose, I think we can get away with it because we're going to open up the sidebar and give it a test. We've got our Twitter account already opened here, ready to accept its first tweet. And let's see here. Jordan says, I love making videos about coding. And we're going to click tweet. And the sidebar closed. That's a good sign. Now, we should pop up here. Maybe if I refresh. Oh, there we go. Jordan says, I love making videos about coding. And we have just tweeted from Google Sheets. How dope is that? Very cool. Now, that is a working, prototype of a classroom Twitter account. You can feel free to have fun with that, build on it, style your sidebar, do a number of other things. Like, for example, you might want to be able to mark these as tweeted once you have tweeted them from the sidebar. That'd be a good feature to add. Or you could even remove them from your sheet once you've clicked on tweet. You could even, in your sidebar, have some way to just delete them without tweeting them out. Maybe if somebody in the class, it would obviously never happen that a student would do anything inappropriate, but maybe you would want to be able to remove inappropriate ones from the sidebar. Those are all functions that you can use. And I'm going to leave those open for you to build yourselves. If you want to stay tuned in part 4, a little bonus part, I'm going to be showing you how to use images. So if you were to modify your form to accept images, and those were to show up in column D, how to be able to tweet those out too. There's one extra step I think you have to take. I know that you have to take one extra step with this library where you actually have to submit that. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for part 4. But if not, go ahead and build on this as much as you want, and if you like this video, subscribe, give me a comment, because teachers are coders. Cheers.